Welcome back to the Ultimate Trader Workshop. Remember a couple of the videos that I've done recently? I think one had to do with when no position might be the best position, really dealing with the psychology of when to take a trade and not taking a trade. I want to use this video to kind of illustrate that there are times in this industry, in this game, where you have to pass up on some trades, and they could be good trades, and they could actually win. But what you're doing is saving that capital for a better opportunity. Okay, so that's why in that video I alluded to the cash position might be the best position in some cases, even if you have very, very powerful setups like the one that you're looking at right here. So Aussie dollar on the daily has a completed advanced Gartley pattern. It's kind of like in the 222 caliber. It's very, 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 very strong. It even has something that you really would like to have on these, and that is a retest of the PRZ, the potential reversal zone. It's a retest of the D leg. So you come down wick, if you can see this here. We're jumping right into it, so let's just rock out. You come down right here on this candle with a bearish candle. You come down, you wick it. And then a lot of traders are going to say, okay, that's good, it's filled. Or they might have even had the old school method using no confirmation, but a sell limit order there. And what would have happened is their trade would have been filled. This is a daily chart. There would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of no profit, just sitting there sideways. Okay, now we'll say if this Gartley pattern wins, then yeah, they made the right play. They kind of, I don't want to say that they got lucky, but it did work out in their favor. What I was trying to allude to a couple of seconds when I first got started was that this actually has one of the other criteria for a higher combined technical score that you want, and that's coming in the form of a retest, a double bottom at the PRZ. So these are really hard to get. And this is a rare one where we actually say, damn, we got a retest of that. And then it looks like you're getting some reaction, some bullish reactions, the Bullish Gartley, some bullish action out of it. But remember, this still could be a trade for me. I'm not taking a trade yet. Why? Because I don't have enough confirmation. Yes, that's good that you got a retest in the form of a double bottom at the PRZ. But I still need to see, there's no confirmation. There's no conviction. We need to see conviction that a crowd really got behind us. The big money, the smart money is really long on Aussie dollar. And what that means is a candle closing, either taking out all of them, okay? And that would mean something like this. If I try to turn this into a candle that's taking out all of them, really, that's what really would matter. It could be this guy here. It could be the current day, today's candle, or it could be tomorrow's candle. We need something to come and clear this out and create the H3C, higher high, higher close principle before going. Even on something like Gartley, this is what I'm trying to drill and bring home to you guys. Okay, so that's at the extreme confirmation level, but even at lower levels of confirmation, we still would want to see at the least, let this current day candle here, okay, close above the doji that's in front of it, close ahead of Friday. So this one is Fridays. This is Sunday's candle. A lot of people don't like trading on Sundays, but when you're swing trading, the price doesn't matter. It's gonna whipsaw and do what it does anyway. You've already done the work. You've already identified something as powerful as that advanced Gartley pattern filled, and now you're looking at the consolidation phase, or what we're hoping is we're hoping that, again, the crowd is getting behind it. So you want to at least see the Sunday candle take out the Friday candle, because believe it or not, this stuff is all continuous. Okay, so that's the lesson that I kind of wanted to give on here, just to kind of help with your psychology. And it's going to hurt a little bit to say, well, as good as that was, I had to pass it up. Or maybe if you wait and if you're patient enough, you get enough confirmation to say, okay, boom, I'm going to take this trade. I'm going to enter wherever that is, long, short, to somewhere. Okay, stops right under that double bottom price action, really good place. And then your targets, wherever you're going to put them. Okay, so if you were going to do a 618 target from A to D, you wouldn't be that far. You'd be up here. But on Gartley, if this is really going to reverse, this is giving you a 1.27. It meets the criteria for better than 1.25, so it falls good. Or you could say, you know what, I want a little bit more. I want to try to get up here, 1.87, almost 2 to 1. Okay, so we did a whole lot with that, but I really just wanted to key in on, hey, you know what? If you don't get some form of confirmation, okay, there's got to be some conviction behind this. Okay, so you got this, this section of consolidation. You got 5 days really of consolidation where price really didn't move that much, but you want to know that at some point it wasn't just consolidation, that it was accumulation, that there was backing coming behind it. It's easy to get thrown off as you see what looks to be bullish divergence on the RSI. And that's what's going to trigger you and say, hey, the RSI, it says it's pointing up. The pattern is filled. I got a double bottom. It's a Gartley. It's going to make you want to go. But then you could find yourself either in a loss, a drawdown, or price action continuing to move sideways. Okay, so that's example number one. Example number two is going to be pretty much the same thing, but let's just try to dig our claws in a little bit deeper. Now, for whatever reason, the advanced Cypher pattern sometimes is so powerful. It's not even about it being so powerful. It's just about the 786, kind of like similar to how 618 reacts. Whenever a Cypher is present, sometimes you'll see, boom, wick action down. Let me go feel you, okay? When that happens, you want price to be over, in this case for this bullish, you want price action to be oversold. It's not oversold. Okay, so that tells you that there could still be some more going on. Okay, of course, I'll be honest. In my earlier days, that would have been good enough for me, especially knowing how Cypher reacts. That would have been good enough. Or he filled, I'm going. Or I would have already had a limit or buy limit order set there and everything. Then you come back. That was Friday. You come back, and then Sunday's not looking too bad. At least it's black. At least it's bullish. But you don't know what could happen. Is you don't know what's going to happen Monday. You could say, price action say we want to come back in and retest that thing. So now you find yourself in a drawdown. Maybe even the thing just blasts you out and loses. So I'm saying that to say you don't even want to. You have to get to the point to where you can pass up something like that, and I can use the capital here for a better opportunity where I really get that confirmation. I get that 3-bar reversal, that strong engulfing candle coming down that filled the Cypher, followed by doji, the right one, A+ setup, followed by trigger and entry closing beyond the doji on a Cypher. That's the one you want. I don't want this one. This one is like right now, this one is like a C+. There's nothing is guaranteed in this game, period. But this one right here, there's no guarantee on it. And before, I'll be honest with you, I used to think, hey, this is guaranteed. These things win 70% of the time. But then you're not accounting for what happens the way that you set your position size up on those 30% of losses, okay? Because there's a big difference between 70% and 100%, and nothing is 100% in this game anyway. So, yeah, this one right here is another good example that I chose to pull out. And these are things that I'm keeping my eyes on. And if I get the type of confirmation that I require at this point, then I'll come back and take a second look and say it's good. When I say confirmation, this one is hard because I expect another test down there at that area. I expect, the price action here, and I expect the price action to come back down and test that again. So I don't think that if there's confirmation on this one, I think it's going to come way, way later. Excuse the ambulance if you heard it. I think it's going to come way later. There's no way am I even thinking that, no matter what happens on this is probably going to be a Cypher pattern that I'm going to pass up. Okay, even if you get a third candle right here, I still don't have any trust in that. And that doesn't tell me that there's conviction behind it. That doesn't tell me that there's a crowd behind it pushing it and that they're seriously long dollar CHF, dollar Swiss. That doesn't tell me that. That doesn't tell me that there was really a phase of accumulation that took place. I don't see it. The chart's going to tell you. Okay? So this advanced Cypher pattern on dollar CHF might be a Cypher pattern that I have to pass up. Okay? Because I want the best of the best. Think of it, let's use baseball as an analogy. Your good hitters, your really, really good hitters, they're not swinging at every pitch. They're only swinging. They're willing to get struck out sometime because it just wasn't a pitch. That third strike, that was a pitch that they didn't swing at, that they say kind of like whiff is when you swing. But that third pitch that struck him out that he didn't swing at, he probably was just testing that pitcher to say, let me collect some data from you. I'm willing to strike out. I'm willing to take a strike so I can see what you got. Now I got the data. And then next time it comes wrong, next time he sees that pitch, he's going to know how to hit it. Okay? Another analogy that I wanted to use was poker. Just think of poker. How many hands a good poker player has to fold? Fold. It's good. It's okay. Fold, depending on what he has or whatever the data he has. Might need more data, but he's probably going to be folding some hands. He's probably going to be folding some good hands. You know, he might fold a pair of tens. But he's waiting on exactly, you know, what he might say, hey, I'm waiting till I get pocket aces. I'm not saying that this is a game where you got to wait till you get pocket aces. If you wait till you get pocket aces and you only play pocket aces, of course, you're going to win the majority of the hands that you play. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a poker expert. But I wanted to use that as an analogy to show and say that, hey, there's a lot of times you got to fold. This game right here, it is a game of percentages, probability, and there's a lot of mathematics involved. So we have to get rid of all especially when you talk about fear of missing out. You can't have a fear of missing out here. You got preserved capital, okay? Cash is your best position because when the right setup comes, when it's got the right type of setup, a confirmed setup, it's got the conviction and the crowd behind it, it's got accumulation, it's got a high CTS score, that's the one that you want to lay it on the line with. Not something like this that's not a given yet. So the thing about us here, what we're doing here is to get better and stop falling for traps like this, okay? So let's see, I think we got another one. I know this one is kind of preachy, but that's what I'm here for. I gotta teach and show you guys my experiences, and I gotta be able to pass that stuff along to you guys, okay? So that we all grow and get better together, so that I've already paved the way. I've already paid the prices, so you don't have to go learn the stuff that I already had to learn, okay? So, pound yen, a lot of people's favorite pair, okay? Pound yen. Not a 222 Gartley, but a Gartley. Filled up here at the 127 extension of A to B. Gartley filled, okay? Gartley's filled. And then, right after that, what do you get? You don't get any price action. You're nowhere on RSI, not overbought, not oversold, nothing. You have nothing to go off of. For the trader who would have said, okay, that's filled, I'm going for it. Okay, you come back with the market telling you there's indecision in the form of a doji. The market literally says, and quote unquote, we don't know. No buyers, no sellers, nobody's here to play. It doesn't get better than this picture. The market is literally telling you no decision. There's nothing here to say. There's nothing here to see. The market literally told you that in the form of this doji. No direction. Same. The doji, the wick is the doji is perfect. With the high and the low and the body range was the same. Nothing here to see. The market literally could tell you that there's nothing here to see. But if you don't have your stuff together, you're going to try to see something. You're going to try to make something out of it. And the market told you. Yes, there was some price action up there, we feel, but after that, it was just a test. We don't really know. There's no conviction. There's no confirmation on here on a bearish Gartley. And it can be exciting to see these things and know what they can do and what they're capable of. The Gartley is very, very powerful, especially in form of a true reversal. But in this case right here, you got nothing to go off. So this case right here, be another one. A trader with a week old buy sell limit at 205.388. I'm sorry, sell limit position at 205, anticipating a short, but you got nothing to go off yet. So then he comes in, he feels that you jump in the doji indecision, nothing happens that day, your account stays the same. Then he comes back. Now, instead of you getting your bearish action, right now your Sunday is actually a push up. Your Sunday is a push up. Why do you think you don't see a whole lot of indicators all over the place across my screens, all these MACDs and all these MAs? Why do you think? Because the market is really going to tell you what it's doing. If you train your eyes and you can pair them up, yes, I do the advanced pattern recognition and stuff like that. But the pattern is really just to kind of say, okay, there's something potential here. Now let me see what's going to transpire after, okay? The trader who would have jumped in and said, my Gartley is filled, I'm going short, blasted. First of all, you sat there all Friday with nothing happening. And then you wake up to Sunday and now you're probably down because the candle was bullish. It's black as bullish on my black and white chart. So now you're pushing up potentially again, like I showed you, for a retest in that zone. Look at this from the field, come back down, and a potential retest of anything. So you're gonna be in a drawdown or negative for no reason. When you can say, you know what? I'm not doing nothing with that yet. You need to show me more. You guys need to show me that the sellers have taken control of this. The sellers are getting behind this. There's a crowd that's behind pound yen. And there's not accumulation for the upside, but there's really actually distribution. People selling their pounds. You need to see distribution on this. Okay, so again, I know that this one was preachy, but to me it's very important that I delivered these lessons so we can all slow down, okay, and understand these principles that we're talking about now in the turning point phase, where price is going to be your best position sometime. Not standing there and staring at the screen all the time and each tick driving you crazy. Not jumping in just because something happened, but waiting until the thing that you wanted and needed to happen. Okay, so we're getting very, very close to 500 subscribers. I think we're at 485 or something like that. So we need 15 people. Share this video. There's not another video like this on Facebook with this type of breakdown, teaching this level of psychology mixed in with advanced pattern recognition and all the principles that we talked about here. Y'all know nobody does it better than this. Free on the house, no gimmicks, no paywalls, no gurus, no Lamborghinis, not, oh, we can go do this on the beach. None of that. We are bringing you guys and bringing the training community the real things that they need to learn and succeed in this, so we can get rid of that 90% failure rate that people try to act like doesn't exist, okay? So yes, we did get fired. We are passionate about this stuff, and that's why we're here doing it for free with the greatest, biggest, most amazing trading educational channel on YouTube at the Harmonic Trading Club, featuring the Harmonic Trading Academy playlist. So I should have asked for your thumbs up at the beginning of this. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Why you wouldn't be subscribed to this channel, I have no idea. With 45 classes in the Harmonic Trading Academy like this. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified when the most amazing videos like this come out. You guys already know where to head. If you want to know more about what do we do here, the Gartley pattern, very, very in-depth teaching on Gartley. Who do we have here? Probably the best Cypher classes on the internet. And you guys know that. Okay, and who do we have here? We had two Gartleys and a Cypher. So you can find all three of those as well as everything else that we talked about. Confirmation, 3-bar reversal, RSI, CTS scores, you name it, Fibonacci, advanced Fibonacci, how to enter your trades, etc. You know it's all here for you on the house here at the Harmonic Trading Club. I love you guys. Let's get to 500 so then we can make that push to 1,000, okay? We're right there. We should be able to hit that in a couple of days with your help. I appreciate you guys. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, and I do this all for you. Okay, you guys, be good. Take care of yourself in the market, and I will see you on the next video.